Alrighty, so well, thanks for joining us, guys, and hello to Patreons. This will be wrong because I know it mirrors differently, but anyway, here we go. We've got Adam, we've got Dave, we've got Ash, and me. Anyway, so anything been exciting you and caught your attention this week?
There's a lurker behind you. That caught me.
Yeah, someone's crashed your shot.
I should close that door. That's my daughter Amy. That's funny.
Yeah. What's happened?
I really liked your piece on Now You Know this week.
Yeah, thanks,
Chris. That was fantastic, and they really bought into it. It wasn't like they just went, "Oh yeah, this is Chris." Bang, went to your piece, and then went, "Oh yeah, well done, Chris," and moved on. They didn't. They actually added to it afterwards. I don't know about the freaking stereotypical boxing kangaroo, but as you
know exactly.
Anything to get the Yanks interested. But that's fantastic to get that. Kudos, mate. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely. And
I loved it.
The Supreme Court. Is that the equivalent over there? Is that like?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. Because the High Court's our highest, isn't it?
Yeah.
But theirs is the actual Supreme. Our Supreme Court's below the High Court.
Yeah. State level or something, whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was a few things lost in translation, but I did tell you what I did really like is he said about the exchange rate and how if they tick the US dollar, it would be extra, like 30% or whatever it was.
I know. Yeah. I didn't get that reference at first because Jesse messaged me via, the Slack Tesla newsroom thing. And and I didn't understand what the hell it was on about, so I didn't want to look dumb and reply to him and go, what? And then when I saw the segment and I realized, because the Americans, they can pay in either American or US or Australian dollars. So therefore, they can capitalize on that. So thank you guys,
Yeah, no, and you would have got a boost.
Yeah, I definitely did. I think
I just Googled EV tax and you are 5th down the list for the chuffed page.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
And you're at 40K
so what's that
at the
in
moment.
Donations?
Yeah.
So on Google, 5th down. So if you just Google EV tax,
right,
it's well and truly on the first few.
Wow.
Excellent.
And you're up to 40K now.
That's
so
amazing.
That's great news.
Jeez Louise.
And you want 100, don't you? 100?
Yeah, but potentially about 130. If it goes sour, and the government goes, says pay us back, it'll be a lot of money.
So what if you win? What happens to that coin? Is that in your back skyrocket?
It still pays for the barrister and the lawyers and all that. It still pays for them.
But if you win, it's paid for. So what happens to the money that's being donated?
All that money goes to the lawyers.
Still,
yeah.
It's like no win, no fee sort of.
Yeah, exactly. No. Yeah. So it's all just about trying to make this thing fair and equitable. That's all it is. So at the moment, I haven't paid any money. I hope to never pay any money. And if it goes great. If it goes bad, then that thing's gonna, kick in.
But it's really massive, and you've touched on it and that. But I have a mate, and I've mentioned my mate Tony Wolf, and we were chatting before about it, Chris.
Yeah.
He's got a Tesla. He's got a plug-in EV Mitsubishi that he used to own that he's still paying the rego on, but his daughter drives it, and he's also got a Prius as well. So he's got all three variants of the battery electric sort of hybrid piece. So he's paying $2, 2.5 cents for the Tesla, 2 cents for the plug-in hybrid. It's just madness.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And he drives to Queensland and back in the Tesla, and he's paying 2.5 cents a kilometre to drive to freaking Queensland. So he's not even driving in Victoria.
Jeez Louise. I know. And today I saw someone post on the Tesla Facebook forum thing, and they've done like 80K in 2 years of owning the Model 3. And it's like, that's $2,000 right there.
Yeah.
I mean, God. It's like, seriously.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is very crazy. I might need to close that door. That's distracting.
I was very happy with the screenshot today of the Tesla app getting amperage control.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they finally put an intern on that and got it done.
Intern.
So what's that mean, Ash? Is that on the power wall or on the
car?
No,
so on the car. So when it's charging, you'll be able to change the amperage.
So you can slow it down then.
Oh, so
you can slow it
it
down.
slows it down. You can govern it.
It's probably the start of like if you've got a Powerwall controlling it to match the solar output and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Because like, at the moment when I'm charging the car during the day with the sun out, I'm drawing from the Powerwall and the solar at the same time. Whereas
what do you peak at when you're doing that, kilowatts wise?
Well, that's because I haven't bothered changing it from 32 amp. That's at 7.5 kilowatts or whatever it is.
Okay.
Plus a little bit extra for the house, and I've only got 5 kilowatt of solar.
Yep.
And 5 kilowatt from the Powerwall makes up the difference. So.
I was surprised by both. Well, I didn't know about you, Ash, but I was surprised that Chris, you said you've only got 4 or something kilowatts.
4.5, yeah. The story behind that is basically when we got this house, we'd already had the solar grant in the previous house, so I couldn't access it. So we paid about, I think, $8,000 for the system here back in 2013. And at the time, we just felt that was what we could afford, and it was more than what we got in the last house. The last place was like the 66 cents, feed-in tariff stuff. As a 1.5 kilowatt system was tiny, but that 60 cents, feed-in tariff was awesome. Anyway, so we only got 4.5 here. I've got quotes since, and they're ridiculous. They're like $4,000 to add on not even a kilowatt and a half. And literally, it'd be cheaper for me to rip off the system and do brand new.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
I know.
Well, that's what I did. Yeah, I did that. I
Yes.
had one by 2.8 kilowatts. Wasn't doing it for me, and it was 20 years old, so I ripped it.
Yeah.
I've just put 13.8 on. They're supposed to take the 66 cents a kilowatt feed-in tariff off.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope no one's watching this, Chris. I hope you've got no fans watching this. They're supposed to. I've filled out all the paperwork. I'm above board.
Yeah.
I'm still getting 66 cents feed-in, and I'm making money.
It took them 3 months to change mine over because I had a similar thing.
Yeah.
It's been 4.
Yeah.
So let's hope it stays.
Live it up, man.
It doesn't.
I say pay it off and then let them know.
Oh, yeah. I'll send it an email.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But
it's literally paying for itself at the moment because I got a loan for it. It's paying for the gas. And as soon as the cooktop stuff's up, I'll go to induction, so it's power as well. So
exactly. I helped my father-in-law out recently with solar, and I said to him, because he's got 3-phase, I said, you're going to go 16.5, easy, do it. You'll make money. You'll never pay a bill ever. And this is when at the moment we've still got the federal and state rebates. And it's like a no-brainer. It's going to pay for itself in not even 3 years. Our system was supposed to take 5 years to repay itself, and I think it did take a little bit less than that. But it's more than paid itself off now. And, the Powerwall is not running at, I was hoping 80% of, in terms of renewable running, but it's only about 70%. So it's going to take longer to actually repay that sucker.
Okay. Are you still happy with Amber?
No, not happy. No,
I've been looking at it, and I haven't jumped because I don't want to upset the apple cart.
Yeah.
I've just changed. I've moved
to Amber
from PowerShop. No, from PowerShop. I was on the PowerShop EV plan, and I've changed to Glowbird.
Oh yeah.
The Glowbird off-peak rate is better than the PowerShop EV rate, and their daily rate is 50 cents cheaper per day.
So what are you on? Are you on an off and a peak and an off-peak? And what are they?
Peak and off-peak. Peak is 3 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Every day.
Yeah.
And off-peak is 11.8 cents per kilowatt.
Nice.
So all the rest of that time. And it's 77 cents a day for the daily charge.
That's cheap.
Because I've got the Powerwall.
Shit, that's nothing.
And because I've got the Powerwall, my peak times are going to be nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's completely decimated my PowerShop. I thought I was getting a pretty good deal with PowerShop, and then they stopped doing their booking months in advance option.
Mm-hmm.
So with PowerShop, you used to be able to buy power 5 months in advance and get a really good deal on it. But now it's like a month if that, you know.
Okay.
But
I don't
yeah,
know.
no,
Sorry, Ash, again.
yeah, so I'm in the process of changing over. So that should have happened probably this weekend, but maybe it'll happen next week. But yeah, I think their rates have just decimated it. They don't have a 100% green plan, which is my only downside of it.
Mm.
But to be honest, I'll be saving so much money. I'm going to give an extra $200 a quarter to, you know,
Green
or
Fleet.
something.
Karina.
Get on the 360 Green Fleet. Google Green Fleet. They're out of Gippsland actually, and you can offset all your shit through them. They'll plant trees for you.
I was going to do it through Karina. I've
Same shit,
really been
different bucket,
following
yeah.
Karina. Yeah,
Mm.
I did some tree planting stuff last year for my family, but no, I think Karina's doing really good because it gets reused over and over and over again.
Okay.
The money goes a long way.
Yeah.
What is it, Ash? I'll bloody look them up.
Yeah.
Karina Fund. So
Karina.
CORENA Fund.
CORENA.
So the Citizens Own Renewable Energy
So
Fund.
good.
Yeah.
And is that
So-
only in Victoria or whatever?
No, it's Australia-wide. They take donations and things, and what they do is they collect money for a project, for example, to put solar panels on a community centre.
No.
And so what happens is they give a 0% interest rate loan to the organisation, and then that organisation pays Karina back the money they borrowed off them over a few-year period from the savings that solar panels and stuff will get them. They don't just do solar; they also do gas stuff, and they're doing EVs now as well. So it's a bunch of different projects.
So not for profit organisation.
Not for profit. What happens is the money then goes back into the pool for the next project, and so all they're doing is they're just keeping ramping up solar panels.
Nice.
And maybe in 10 years' time, they'll have enough money to put in like a 70 gigawatt hour solar plant or solar and wind plant or something, which is their end goal when when they've made enough money and done enough solar stuff, they're going to do it.
How'd you get onto them?
I heard about them like 5 years ago when they were on project like 4 or 5 and did some donations to them. And they were, just seeing that cycle over and over again. And I'm doing stuff with their EV group now, trying to, figure out what they're doing and how we can do it properly. But it's really interesting, their model, and I'm really happy with how it works.
Oh, let me know if you need any extra support. I'm happy to join in.
Check them out. They do projects, they list them up, and they take donations. You can probably get some of your donation credits if tax purposes from it.
No, so they're not $2 tax deductible, are they?
Actually, I'm not sure about that. I haven't actually done that, but it is a donation to them, so probably.
Yeah, I'll have a look. Yeah, good. Didn't even know about them.
Yeah, they don't
Madness,
advertise, which is madness. Yeah, they just got a big pool of cash from some person I don't know, that
Like a
gave them.
bereavement or something.
Probably. What's his name?
Well, it's given them some money to hire a CEO, so they've now got two waged employees, which is the CEO and a media graphic designer person.
Yeah. It
So
sounds like
you
Green Fleet back in the day. They started with nothing, and now I think they've got like quite a few waged employees.
They're well and truly up there with the project counts now. And I said, and they're doing like gas changeovers and stuff as well. So for the people that are running propane burners and stuff.
Does that include like individuals?
No
I
boy.
can't hear you.
Can't hear.
Oh, okay.
What's
Hang
he
on a
done?
second.
He's
Well,
going, why aren't they talking to me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why aren't we acknowledging
And he's the host. Like he's supposed to be the expert. We're just
I
the
changed my
amateurs.
inputs.
I wonder
maybe
if the
that's it.
recording's
I reckon
hearing
it was
us.
the Mission Impossible daughter behind. She's crawled under him.
All right, well,
Dude,
he can hear us.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to do something. Anyway, so Dave,
All right,
Yes,
test,
yes.
test,
first
test.
call. Yeah, I've only been on a
Testing.
couple.
Testing.
Let us know who are you.
Testing.
All right. Well, look, I don't think. How do I explain it? I don't know. Just I started actually investing about
Test, test, test.
2016. I thought I'll just get ahead of it. Started actually from investing in companies and whatever. And one of the companies I got put onto was Galaxy Resources, which is now. I won't bore you if you don't. I don't know what you guys know about ASX, but anyway.
Share market. Yeah. Go.
Yeah. So anyway, and it literally started from that. And then my uncle, whatever he is. He's a retired money manager, and he got me into it anyway. So he was trying to get me to do this long-term stuff, and I'm going, yeah, that's good, but then I want to get into other things. And those other things ended up being lithium, cobalt, stuff like that, all the renewable. And I don't know, I can't honestly tell you why I got into other than as a teacher as well. We teach a lot about renewable energies and, stuff like that. And it sort of went from there. And then I just got more and more into it. And now it just... I finally got my EV. I've just got a little...
what are you driving?
A little Nissan Leaf, 2017.
Nice. First gen or second?
Yeah, first gen. Yeah, couldn't afford the second one. They're about... I ended up going the Japanese import way.
Yeah. Grey import, yeah.
Yeah. And that was a lot cheaper. And I love it. Oh, man, I love them. And I'm trying to get people into it. And say, yeah, have a drive, like the... bloody guy, what's called the miners and the Teslas. So yeah, that's basically how I got into it. And I think,
not that quick though, are they?
No, they're good. Compared to, I had a Forester.
Yeah, I can hear you, Chris. But there was an Echo. Is that gone now?
Yeah, have it's gone now?
Yeah,
it's gone. Yeah, now we can hear.
Yep.
Good. So
yeah,
there's like 5 seconds between when your lips move and the audio comes through, though.
Hi.
What are you? Sorry about that.
Japanese.
What happened? What did you do?
Exactly. I was getting a bit of interference, so I swapped the headphones to here, and then that completely killed it. So I had to go back to there, and then I had to change it again. So anyway, all good.
Yeah.
All good.
Anyway,
yeah.
So Dave, you're into the share market. So Galaxy's morphed into what?
Oracobra. They've they're a pretty big company. They've just merged. They were both $1 billion companies. Now they're about $6 billion, something or other. But I'm mostly invested in owning 2 of them because I'm not a you won't find me on Wall Street, mate. I'm a teacher who just dabbles in it. But I have to say the company I've gone with has done extremely well and are about to really it's going to kick on now. But that's how I basically got into it. I got into it just from, getting into a little bit of extra little share stuff on the side. And
it's an interest bet. It's better than betting on the ponies, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know what? And the thing is, because I don't know enough, I just stick with the 1 or 2, companies. And I know a lot about them. And to do that, though, you have to start. You know what it's like on the internet. You start typing, and then bang. I thought I was looking for shares. Next thing you know, I'm looking at buying EVs and solar, and it just sort of goes. You go down the rabbit hole, basically.
Rabbit hole, yeah.
Yeah. And it's I'm loving it, and I try to, like I said, when I teach kids, I'm always aware of it. I show kids the Tesla.
What level are you teaching?
Primary school.
Okay.
At the moment, I'm actually teaching. I'm not on class this year. Well, no one's on class this year, but I'm teaching English as a second language kids at the moment. But because I've been teaching for 30 years, I just needed to do something.
But cheers to you, mate. Like, male primary teachers are like hen's teeth, aren't they?
Not many others, mate. I can tell you, we've got about, what have we got? We've got 2 permanents in our school and 1 other. No, sorry, 2. 3 permanents and 1 other. And that's massive.
Yeah.
That's like, you can go to, there's a school just up the road, about 5 minutes drive, and they've got none, literally zero, not even the boss. Yeah, so anyway, but yeah, it gets to you after a while. I'm sure, it's the same with nursing and whatever. It's bloody hard work, and it does your head in. And I remember back in the day when they were talking about like the carpenters and the brickies and that, who go, how are we going to, because when they were talking about lifting it to 68 or whatever it was, 67, retirement, they go, how can we do that? I'm just thinking, oh God, how am I going to do that? My head is just going to fry. But anyway,
well, your head didn't last. You must have pulled all that out.
Yeah, look, I tend to stay to school once I find a place that's really good, and that's great. So I've been at the same place now for about 15 years.
Great.
Yeah, so that's good. Once you find it, you can't move because it's so hard to find.
Is the missus in it as well, or does she do something different?
The principal.
Yeah.
How do
I know that?
You want me to give you one more funny thing about? She's my principal.
She's the boss at home and at work.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, so
Let's go.
that's an interesting one. I mean, I didn't end up, when I moved there, she was a classroom teacher, and she's just moved up. But
Oh, what happened to your career aspirations?
I'm happy, mate. I can't do that, all that executive stuff. It's not my thing. I'd just rather be with the kids and teach them about renewables.
Well, that's the age to get to them.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, they love it. A few of them are into it, and they always say, my uncle's got a Tesla and all this sort of stuff. I was like, oh, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
the youngies love it. You drive past them and they're all, yeah, Tesla.
You think it's like, oh my God, I'm a bloody rock star or something.
Mm.
Hopefully, I'm looking forward to the day where it doesn't happen anymore.
Normal.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, yeah, everyone's got one, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, but I'm starting off with the Leaf. I love it. I've got the top of the, I don't know, when I got it, it was about 29,950 in port. That's everything done. And it's like full leather, heated front and back, the whole top of the range, everything. But I just went, like, I didn't know. I knew enough about electric cars to know what I needed to, ask about and, the OBD readout and stuff like that. But so I've learned heaps.
What's the range on them? They're only like about 200k, aren't they?
This one's only got about 76% or something in it now. But I get just normal driving, I'd probably get about 150 Ks, which is, for what I do, it's okay. Work's only sort of 20 Ks each way. So
perfect.
Yeah. We've got the other until we need a forward drive because we're eventually going to get a caravan and I'm just waiting for Rivian or someone to get over here and deliver. Yeah,
Model Y had a good tow rating.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Was it 1800?
Is it going to come with a tow pack, Ash, or not?
Probably not, but the Model 3 tow pack will fit it. And
Yeah,
it won't take long for the Tesla owner club to get that certified for another like the rear ends are supposed to be the same bolt-on, bolt-off stuff. So,
but you want it to mesh in with the tech too, don't you? You don't want the bloody sensors to all be going stupid when you're backing up because you got a tow bar on the thing.
Yeah, and you don't want to start. I mean, I don't know. They always say 500, maybe 800 kilos braked and whatever, and it's just not enough. You need. It's tempting to think that because it's such a powerful torque that you can tow more than what it says and whatever, but you don't want to muck around with that, I think.
So in America, where they can actually have it added on the factory, is that actually part of the car software?
Don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it should be.
Yeah, my understanding is, you can get them meshed in with the tech. You can get an aftermarket, obviously, but it doesn't. It's like any normal car. Like I've got friends with a Hilux, and you put the tow pack on, or the thing with the carries the bikes on the back, and it upsets the whole bloody 360-degree cameras and. It's just you want it to mesh with the tech. If it doesn't mesh with the tech, it just becomes an annoyance.
Well, Tesla will probably be like Mac, and everything you buy, they'll have caravans somewhere down the track, and you have to buy their caravans. Yeah.
So in America, it's rated up to £3,500 for the Model Y.
So about two ton. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but in Australia, is it 1,500 or 1,700? What was it, Ash?
1,800 braked, and I think it was 750 or 850 unbraked.
Yeah,
that's a
small caravan.
That's nothing.
Nah, well, you can't get any of those, those really heavy duty off-road caravans for that. They're 3 ton, So you're not doing a round Australia trip with that. But to be honest, you're probably not doing a round Australia trip with an EV anyway. You'll not load up a. So I mean, I'd love to get rid of them now. I mean, it's funny, and everything I will say to you would have heard before. Once you've been EV, you're used to the quiet, the smooth acceleration, all that stuff, the lack of smell. I drop off my kids, when we did take them to school, and you do see, because I live in an area, there's a bit of money just not too far from here,
Mm.
and they've got their big, 100,000 plus, sort of forward
Second
drive.
house on
Yeah,
wheels.
well, yeah, that's just in the suburb and then on the beach. And you see the smoke more, you see everything, you smell everything more all the time, and it's like, So I just got to. I don't know. I'm worried. I was looking. It was something I'd written down. Chris Bowen's tweet. Yeah, everyone's in the dad joke thingo. Chris Bowen tweet. He was talking about. He's coming up with all these dad jokes, but the point of it was Labor apparently, we'll see, are going to get behind EV. He was speaking specifically about cars, about EVs, and he was saying we're going to get behind it, and went slagged off on the other guys as they do. But geez, I hope.
Adversarial politics will never get us anywhere.
I know. I just hope someone. I mean, who do you vote for?
Yeah.
Like, I want someone to. This is
Chris
not
Van der Stock, vote 1, Chris Van der Stock.
Yeah. I'm not running yet. I'll run when I retire.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. When I've got time, But I reckon seriously, my kids in their generation, my daughter who's 18, I reckon they'll be the next pollies in about 10, 15 years, and hopefully they'll actually swing the major parties around. Because right now there's not much between them at all.
Did you see the other day that they've actually been talking about? Sorry, Ash. They've been talking. Apparently, the Liberals have been talking about it in the party room. Is that what you're going to say, Ash? Or?
No, I was going to say that the smart people don't want to be politicians. The smart people end up spinning up companies and making themselves multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I can attest to that's not the fact, because I was the mayor in Balboa Shire where I am, and I didn't get rich, and I've told Debbie to put a gun to the back of my head if I ever suggest it again. So anyway, there might be others.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is, unfortunately.
But yeah, apparently they're wrestling. The Liberals are wrestling with it in the party room at the moment. At least, if that's the case, at least they're having the frigging conversation. I don't know we're going to get anything out of it, but there's buckles come out of there since now.
Yeah, and Frydenberg's still talking about just recently he was talking about him getting involved with it, but it's still net 50 2050, net zero 2050. That's too late. You can't. 10 years ago we would have thought, okay, it's a long way away, but it might be okay. And we know better than that now.
Exactly.
Like that 1.5 degrees, man, that's a bit scary. That
spot on, Dave.
Every year they kept saying we've got to be careful. It's not too late. It's not too late. Now they're starting to say, well, there are aspects of it that are a bit too late now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I watched a great video today about. It's an animated video, very clever actually. I'll send you a link. I've just got to drive to it now, so hopefully you can still see me. And the essentially, they're like the question was, can you help, negate climate change? And the summary was that no, you can't.
The Kursk was that video?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to find
that's really good.
What?
Yeah. Kursk, they do animated videos, but it's really in-depth research.
Yeah. Let's go pause that.
I'll Google it.
You put it in the chat, Chris?
I'll send the link to you now. I got it. Okay. It's coming back to you. Here we go.
While Chris is doing that, Dave, don't stress about the share market. I got on Fortescue when they were talking about all the green stuff, and at about $21, and they're down to about $15 at the moment because iron ore's crashed.
Yeah, that'll come back though. He's pretty. He gives me a bit of hope. I feel like, mate, I don't know enough about him, but he seems like out of those big guys. I mean, he's not super big, I guess, if you can call Fortescue not super big, but. Yeah, so I'm hoping he's going to come around because he's talked a lot about renewables and stuff like that. So,
okay.
And, BHP and Rio are getting into lithium and stuff. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So the video basically, not to give any spoilers, but they basically said that if you were to actually, let's say, cut everything out of your life and go absolute green now as an individual, and you did that for 70 years, the impact upon all the emissions in the world would equate to just 1 second of impact per person. And they said this shaming that's been going on by, you know, companies and politicians saying, you need to do this, you need to do this. It's on you as an individual. You need to do it. It's like, no, the actual answer is politicians need to legislate and make targets and restrict. Companies, big companies, they need to do the same, which is why we're seeing this sort of revolt against Australian fossil fuel companies here in Australia, in that they're just trying to greenify themselves and keep going as long as they can and say the net zero by offsetting their work, but reality is they're still polluting.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right. Yeah, the token, it's like the vehicle, the token, you know, Toyota, let's face it, who do the token green thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't believe, I mean, everything I'm seeing about the CEO, I can't think of his name now, but he's just like digging in hard. He wants to slow it all down. He's trying to, you know, get into Congress over in the States. And how do you
offsetting's easy. Everyone can offset. It doesn't mean you're doing the right thing. Yeah. You can be the biggest arsehole on the planet. But no, we're offsetting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I planted a tree once back in 1978.
Well, I actually just went up to my block, and we've since solved it. We bought a 58-acre block, whatever that was in hectares, 23 hectares or something. We planted it out. It's like on the Strzelecki Ranges in Gippsland, and they literally clear-felled the whole freaking joint back in the day.
Jeez.
And there's erosion. And, I mean, we're in a really big dairy area, and I understand all that, but these hills should have never been cleared. Anyway, long story short, we planted, of this 23 hectares, we planted out about 14 hectares of it. And I just went up there the other day, and I'm talking 10, 15 years ago, and it's freaking unbelievable. And they're building a house up there, which is great. I'm happy with that. That was fine. We always set a site for that. We sold the block with a planting permit, but the trees and the bird life, and it's just brilliant.
And, you know, that doesn't take, I mean, all you do is plant it and, you know, watch it for a bit and then see you later. That's all it takes. You don't have to.
It's covenanted, so they can't chop it down for 100 years.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's through Greenfleet, who I sort of support and offset stuff. But I had a guy that came in and did that. Sorry, Chris. Yeah.
Right. Have you guys seen the farm, Jeremy Clarkson's farm?
I think so.
No.
Jeremy Clarkson?
Yeah, I kid you not.
Like Top Gear.
Yeah. So, you know, the very same guy who you know was anti-EVs, anti-Tesla, did the whole shit around that, right?
Freaking tosser, that guy.
Exactly, He's done a series on Amazon and of him running his farm. And it starts before COVID hit, and it's in the middle of COVID as well. And he himself, who by his own words is not a greenie in any way, has actually done things like to actually increase the the natural fauna and flora and fauna of his land, and has done projects on his land to try and improve, you know, getting birds and insects and things like that in. And I guarantee, if I said, hey guys, in 2021, you'll be watching a docu-series by Jeremy Clarkson about farming, and he's going to go green. You were like, nah.
You're tripping, bro.
He's not dumb. He's never been stupid.
No, he's a clever man.
Guys, they've just got no, I don't know, maybe they're just greedy. Who knows what it is? I don't know.
But it's hilarious because he gets told off by this 21-year-old farmhand who basically knows farming inside out, was born and bred in it. And this young guy's going like, you fool! To Jeremy Clarkson.
Is that the one that he sent him to? Is that the one where he sent him in, this young fellow in a car into London?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I saw a bit of that today.
Oh, my God.
And he's swearing his quid out. He's driving around going, what? This is... I've got to pay $10 if I take my diesel in here.
Yeah,
I saw that.
It is actually really a fun watch, and I would have thought, because a friend recommended it to me, and he said, you know, I guarantee you'll enjoy it, and I like Top Gear and stuff like that. So yeah, I was going to watch it anyway. I
thought that was just.
I haven't watched Top Gear since the Tesla thing.
Oh, really?
8 years ago. I used to love Top Gear, and then that whole. It's educational. Everything's a setup. Nothing is real. I was so disappointed in them.
So scripted.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, if it's non-factual and they only pay pay to play, screw them. They're not going to get my time.
Yeah. I think one of the things that came out with that and also the Grand Tour was that they tried to get away from doing, those car reviews, which I love, by the way. And they
we all do.
And they really are unscripted. Like they have hundreds of hours per presenter that they have to trail through. They script and then they actually find the pieces to pull a story together. It's very complex what they do. It takes them, basically a year to do one video like that. It's quite incredible. But again, if you watch one of their car reviews on one of those shows, I guarantee you they're scripted.
Reality TV. It's just bullshit. It's a dumb term. It's just so scripted.
Yeah.
It's so edited. The producers that do exactly what they want, and you see exactly what they want, and it's not reality.
Yeah.
And Chris knows, obviously, once you're on the other side of a camera, and you're like filming videos and doing other things, and then it's like, we'll do all the other stuff first, then we'll do an intro and an outro and pretend that we're surprised, or pretend this, or
Exactly.
you already know what we're saying or doing.
That's exactly how you do it.
That's how all of that stuff works.
Yeah, you do the discovery. You actually shoot the body of your work, and then once you understand what it's going to be about, you go shoot the intro afterwards and the conclusion basically at the same time. You literally do this. You turn the camera, you go, okay, so here's my introduction, and isn't that amazing? Where has she found this out?
What a lady.
Take a jumper off or put a jumper on. Some of the stuff that I've been, it's like, bring 4 shirts with you, and it's like, you're there for 25 minutes and you've changed shirts a couple of times to make it look like a real.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take it with a grain of salt.
Screen time is like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, Ash, you got any you want to share?
No, but I was going to say before when you were talking about the politicians and things. Now that the referral program's gone, anyone that's on Patreon that has friends that are politicians in Victoria, and you want to get them in a Tesla, I will still absolutely do it. Reach out to me or through Chris or Twitter or whatever, and I will do whatever I can to get more politicians in EVs, not just Teslas, but figure out what to do.
It's a shame because some of these pollies that have got them, they need to get their mates in them, don't they? Down for a pub lunch.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the Driven podcast yet. They've got Matt Keenan, one of them, haven't they?
Yeah, he was on just recently, I think.
Yeah. I need to listen to that.
You're spot on, Dave. Like, it's not the politician; it's the arseholes that are got their hands up their proverbials, and the lobbyists that are actually feeding them. What's that, Chris?
So that's a podcast. I'll leave a link to it with Matt Keane.
Great. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it's those lobbyists and Jack and Jesse do it so well. It's amazing that what they can pull in Congress in the US just because they're paid to do it, and it's just mind numbing. And sorry to cut your lunch there, Ash, but my piece today is about the fact that we don't hear enough about the fact that the refinery shutting down. You know, the Western Suburbs refinery, the Altona refinery, isn't that shutting down? And how much power is that going to let back in the grid when that shuts down? When they're refining fuel, everyone goes, the power grid's going to be overwhelmed because everyone's charging EVs at home. But you shut down an industrial site like that literally draws megawatts of power, and no one's going, we don't have to refine fuel, so there we go.
Like the price of fuel includes the price of electricity to make it, which is more than it costs to run an EV.
Shit.
It's like, come on, people! Like, your fuel cost includes the same amount of electricity. You know, that you're just paying for it through the Bowser instead of paying for it.
Well, there's so many of those things too. It's like the old cobalt thing as well. Cobalt goes into refineries, into refining fuel as well. There's just so many things that I don't know. Just wish we could get out there more so that people understood. You know what?
And every EV company does their due diligence about like the artesian mines and stuff for cobalt.
Yeah.
And the
it's an easy win for them.
The petrol companies don't. There's a reason why that stuff still makes money for those people.
Yeah.
But it's always the EV's fault.
Yeah, it's
Big
bullshit.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
So
Media.
Oh, Planet of the Humans, great doco.
no,
Oh,
don't start
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Don't start me. No.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad.
The more our grid becomes greener, the more I just hate Aussies even more. You know, honest to God, that statement. What does he say? He goes, "Oh, that renewable, that green power. I've looked into it. It's absolute bullshit." It's like,
God.
oh, Tasmania runs on 98% green energy. Iceland, 100% energy. There's a lot of countries in the world that 100% green energy. Oh my God!
We followed the tanker the other day, and I said to Debbie, my wife, why the hell are they carting this shit around, pumping it into a environmentally friendly tank under the ground at the service station to pump into cars? Cut out the middleman. Cut out all the middle bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It must get, Chris, you must, as a person who talks about this stuff all the time, it's like, it reminds me of Tony Seba. Every time I watch Tony Seba, he's saying pretty much the same, he adds new things and whatever, but he's saying the same things over and over and over and over. And people just like, who's listening? Maybe he's preaching to converted or something, I don't know. Yeah, but the same with you, or,
by the time someone Googles Chris's website, YouTube channel, they're already converted.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Like how we get around that, I don't know. But that's the $1 billion question.
But one of the things that I like to occasionally look at is comments on my Planet of Humans debunk video. And I get so many hate comments on that one. It's hilarious. Hang on, I'm just looking at it now. Anyway, keep going.
Planet of the Humans. It was a good doco to watch, but Jesus, it was vitriol, really.
It would have been great 15, 20 years ago where their data was from.
Exactly. So more than 12,700 views so far. And I'm just going to click to the latest comment. And here we go.
Hang on, let me get the banjo sound ready.
Exactly. Fossil fuel can be burned pretty clean with modern technology. The semi-truck I drive with emissions does not pollute all that much.
Oh, yeah. You must have been watching Morrison bring in the clean coal.
Oh,
clean coal! Yeah!
Clean coal!
Clean coal!
Clean hydrogen!
Coal
Green
keeper!
hydrogen.
Coal keeper! What's another one?
No props.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny.
We better stop. We're digressing.
I know. If I want to laugh, I just go to look at the comments on that video and occasionally I respond, but generally not. I just give a chuckle and just think to myself, well, I'm earning views for you watching the video, so thank you. Actually, how much has that video made me now? Hang on.
How much has it actually paid you out?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing with YouTube. You make your video and it keeps making you money. People keep watching it, and it's still going up. So 510 days later, it's actually increased in views, and I'm now at $100. $100.
Oh, that's all right. Money for jam.
I know. And all the climate haters hate it.
And all your other Patreons, this is why I'm a Patreon of Chris, is because $100 for all that effort, not worth his time. You would have minimum wage, hundreds of hours of work, less than $1 an hour.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah,
that's why I mentioned that. I can't remember. It was one of the maybe 4 or 5, 6, 10 videos ago that you did, and I mentioned that I do appreciate that amount of work that goes into this stuff. I'm just looking at it going, my God, I can see it. Like when it goes on for 15 minutes, I'm just looking at this constantly, bang, bang, bang. I think that's just the research, but then on top of that, all the editing and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazy.
Is it 4 minutes per minute that you have, Chris? So for every minute of video, you have 4 minutes of editing and time.
Easily. It depends what I'm doing. So the news have gotten a lot better at these days. So basically for a 10-minute, published piece that I do, that's only taking me about 15, 20 minutes to actually shoot it. Writing has taken me about 10 minutes, let's say a few hours, and the editing's also a few hours. So what's that? Yeah, 4 or 5 hours for 10 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty shit. It's pretty shit. It feels faster, but anyway.
Of it. I know. I was a bit worried that video you put out some time ago where you were getting really down. Whatever that was, I was a bit worried about that.
Yeah, no, because it was kind of like the thing that I'm passionate about, around electric vehicles and renewables and all that sort of stuff. You put this time and effort into it, and that sort of video with only 350, 400 views only gets you $1. And also you might even lose subscribers, and you're like, oh, it's so painful. Yeah. And then my kids, they watch these YouTubers who do these kid videos and video games and things like that, and they've got millions of subscribers, and you see millions of views per video, and you're like, and those videos that they make is so easy. They just screen record and they play and they upload it, and it's like, maybe
you should sing a song. Sing an environmental song.
Oh no, exactly. It's insane, and it's kind of like, well, this is my passion. This is my serious hobby, so I'll keep going anyway.
Yeah,
it's not about the coin, is it?
You're saving lives, Chris.
I hope so.
Thank you.
You
being part of that whole. But I looked at this new or newish the electric biking guy. He actually mentioned this show, and he reckons he's put some money into it and whatever. So that's good. I don't understand. He talks about he has actually said that he has shares in BYD and Tesla, but he's got tens of thousands or something. I can't remember how many now subscribers and whatever. And he's only been going for less than 12 months. And I'm just thinking, what is it? And it's like Tesla. You just got to talk about Tesla all the time.
No, exactly, yeah.
And you've said that before, haven't you, Chris?
I do, yeah.
You put Tesla in the
that's it.
You get more hits.
Maybe you should say
on another channel called Tesla. Chris's Tesla channel.
Exactly.
And
Tesla time use.
Tesla. That's right, Tesla. Now I've got your attention. Let's talk about
Tesla time Australia.
Exactly.
It's hard because it's like a classic song. It's like Stairway to Heaven, right? One of the greatest songs written all time.
Yeah.
But God, and then you got sick of it. It just got played and played and played.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with Tesla. It's the same thing. I don't want people to stop. I don't want to be fanboys that are a pain in the bum, but I'd rather that than haters all the time.
Ashley, you're not a true fanboy, because if Tesla did something bad, I'm pretty certain you'll call them out on it. Yeah?
Yeah, true. I would call them out on it.
Whereas, go.
Like, us that have been fighting the FUD online for years and years and years. Like, Model S release era until maybe 2 years ago, it was just carnage online with anything Tesla.
Yeah,
and
really?
you had to do it. And if you weren't, batting it, and you'd have to ignore panel gaps or something, because they don't freaking matter. Yeah. But you have to. There was just so much. Even now, there's just so much FUD going on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
it's just now Tesla's worth a couple of hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah. I think it's because Tesla's just is ahead of the curve, and it's a catch cry, and they are the technology pioneers here. But the thing that I like to try to keep in people's minds is that there's other car companies out there. They will actually surpass Tesla. But Tesla the one to watch, because they're going to be the ones who actually make change. I think the other car companies are going to keep watching them. The phone for your unlocking your car, they're all copying that now. Over-the-air updates, they're all copying that now. There's so much stuff that we're grateful to Tesla to do. It's just that in terms of budget, not everyone can afford it.
And the 10 different types of door handles that Teslas have had. And it's like, we don't think that worked properly, so we're going to change it.
Yeah,
whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yep, I've driven better cars. I hand on heart, I seriously have. My last car, VW Golf, sorry, was a great. It was a great car, and the stereo system in that, because it had the premium sound system with, I forget the brand of speakers it was. Oh my God, so freaking awesome! But if you go tell that to a true Tesla fanboy or girl, they're like, nah, my car's better. It's like, no, it's not actually that better. It's the best electric car. Don't get me wrong. It really is.
Yeah.
And I'd buy one in a heartbeat if I could afford one.
And it's not about the sound bloody system, is it?
Oh, it's about everything, right?
It's about your car bleating at people when you drive past them.
Yeah.
The goat mode or whatever.
Yeah, but I appreciate people who love Tesla, but also like what's happening in this space and actually will go, yes, great. So some of the hate I got on what did I do on the Model Y? Not that I didn't get hate, but anyway, some people are like, nah, Model Y, and it's like, yeah, but I haven't seen it in the flesh yet, but I'm pretty certain I don't like it. It looks like a duck, and it looks like a VW.
A Mondeo. They reckon the Model 3 looks like a Mondeo. I've had mates give me shit about that.
Really? No, I don't see Mondeo.
The old 1990s Mondeo.
No.
Add the racing stripe to the front, to be honest.
Fascinating.
Who's done that, Ash?
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. But, to me, the Model Y kind of looks like, the VW, what do you call it? The Beetle. Looks like the Beetle has been working out, And to me, the Ioniq 5 and the EVS are better looking vehicles. But give me the Tesla any day for battery management, over the air, autopilot, FSD.
Especially those price points. So those what you talked about on PL4 the other night.
Yeah,
that price point of that bloody Ioniq, far out,
it's
man.
too expensive. They're shot themselves.
Ridiculous.
They really have.
Yeah.
My missus wanted a Y, and she goes, "Oh, look at the Ioniq. That looks really good."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, have a look at the price and have a look at what you're going to get from Hyundai compared to Tesla." And she goes, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah, no, okay, and Tesla's going to undercut them, guaranteed.
Yeah, of course.
Tesla, if you're listening, I will pay money for, as Chris said, like Google connections.
Yes.
I will pay to get the Google voice recognition back in the car.
Oh no.
I'll pay. If I want to say an address or a suburb, I want it to freaking work.
Yep. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, absolutely.
Tell Nash apparently he's got the line.
Yeah, to Elon.
It does, exactly. Yeah, it should be one of his
Was it there,
two
was
questions.
it? And they took it away.
Yeah,
No.
it used to have Google like voice controls,
Really?
Right.
like for voice to
Didn't know that.
for voice actions.
I didn't know that.
And I think Google tried to fuck him.
Really?
And so Tesla's like, screw it, we'll do it ourselves.
And they did it badly.
And
Yeah.
I had the car
Right.
like for 2 months before they changed to their own voice thing, and it doesn't understand me very well. My wife has to talk to it to go places.
Yeah, I say my brother Shane, and it just doesn't understand Shane in the Australian lingo.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
talk like an American.
Yeah.
Or,
I'm trying to do that, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
Shane.
or I've said it before, put on a bad Chinese accent and it works.
Interesting.
I've had that, and it's effective. At least now it recognises bug report.
Oh yeah.
So I do bug reports all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And for ages, I'd have to say it like 5 or 6 times. And I'm getting super frustrated. Like, how do you do a bug report for bug report? I was like, yeah, anyway.
It's Inception.
Hey, get this. Just as a side, sorry to digress. I'm looking at Dave's background. How's this for longitude? It's freaking dark in Sydney.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm in Gippsland in Victoria, and I've still got the sun on me.
I know, I can see that. Yeah, it's like I remember when we went to Tassie. It's even more. We used to go till like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, when I lived down in Balclutha, south of Dunedin, same. It's like it's freaky.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it is quite dark out here now. Actually. It's about, I don't know, I think daylight savings is coming soon. So.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, I've got to wrap it up, guys. We're about to run out of time. So, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well,
Cool.
it's
Thank you
been
very much,
fun.
Chris.
No, thank you,
no,
Ash. Thank you,
Nice to
Adam.
meet everyone.
Thank you, Dave. And, yeah, have a good night, yeah?
Oh, always.
Yeah, Chris,
Work tomorrow. Bugger it.
Oh, I know, exactly.